Somewhere along the way, we lost touch with our food and our land. We scroll through endless advice on what to eat and what to avoid, but rarely do we see the faces and stories behind it all, the hard work and dedication for doing things right. I'm hitting the road to meet the people who are making a quiet but massive difference, the people who care about raising animals with care, growing real food, and helping their communities get healthy. Not because it's easier, but because it's worth it. Their stories deserve to be heard, because the future of food isn't just about what's on your plate, it's about who puts it there. And if we want a healthier future, it starts by supporting those who are already building it and the ones we can trust. Today I'm right outside of Reading, Pennsylvania at Spring Creek Farms, a 5th-generation certified organic farm focused on nutrient-dense food and regenerative practices that rebuild trust in where our food comes from. But more than that, they're proof that good farming is rapidly growing. Let's take a closer look inside. Alrighty, I'm here with Greg and Forrest at Spring Creek Farms here in Reading. When did the farm start here?
Well, I'm the fourth generation on this farm, so my great-grandfather would have had it, my grandfather, my dad, and myself, and then Greg would be the fifth generation. My father came back to the farm. He was in World War II. Went to GI school, learned about farming, and but he was very much of a chemical farmer. He did graze the cows. He did have pastures where he would rotate them around, but he would keep them there several days and then move them from paddock to paddock. Late in 1986, I got saved, received Jesus as my Lord and Savior, and God spoke to me at that time and said, I want me to produce healthy food for His people. I said, okay, how do I do that? So he started sending consultants in here, biological consultants, teaching me about, for instance, what potassium chloride does to the soil. It's 60% potassium, it's 40% chlorine. Well, do you know what chlorine does to soil life, to bacteria? It kills it. So that really opened my eyes. And the other thing was I didn't want to handle the chemicals anymore. We were spraying paraquat, and I just hated the smell of it. I hated to handle it. I didn't want to get on my clothes. I didn't want to expose my family to it. And so I was ready to go biological. I was ready to go organic. And so there were consultants came in here to teach me how to do that, how to move away. Rodale Institute was a big mentor on my part. I remember going down there in the evening and just looking what they were doing and learning how to operate start cultivating. In 1991, I totally stopped spraying. I went completely cold turkey, and that was quite a challenge. And neighbors made fun of me. We're going to be a weed farmer, and Dad said to me, you're going to lose the farm. And even my wife was against it. She's more of a medical person, and going organic was not in her line of thinking. But through it all, in 1993, we started grazing. That made sense. It was a lot easier to control weeds with a mower, and it was easy to turn the cows out and graze them. That made sense on these hills. And in 1996, I completely stopped growing corn. We went to grass at that time, turned the farm into all grass. And in 1999, we were certified organic. And in 2005, you came back to the farm. Is that correct, Greg? And
2010, actually.
2010. And then actually we had mothers coming to the farm that wanted to buy raw organic milk. I said, sure, I would sell you raw organic milk. You have to get a permit. And so that started the retail here on the farm. And then in 2010, Upper Merion Township in Philadelphia, King of Prussia called us, and they wanted us to bring dairy products to their farmers market.
So was it hard switching into the organic space? Like, was it a lot of work involved around the farm to pull that off? Or?
Oh yeah, there was a whole new learning curve.
Yeah.
How to, even the cows, I was used to antibiotics, giving the cows antibiotics. Well, organic, there's no more you can't give them antibiotics. So I was learning how to use natural treatments, herbal treatments, homeopathy. And then of course with the field and growing crops, it was learning how to cultivate and mow the weeds and control them without chemicals. So yeah, it's a major learning curve.
And are there many organic farms in this area, or what's the...
No.
No.
Where's the closest one? I know one in Ole, but there's very few in Berks County,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
A lot more in Lancaster County.
Yeah.
But very few here.
And so where are you guys from?
I'm from here. I grew up in this house.
Really?
And, one of 7, 4 sisters, 2 brothers. And, this is where I was born and raised. And I had mentioned I worked at the DuPont company for about 4 years. After college, went to Penn State for electrical engineering and technology, and had a draftsman job at the DuPont company. And so here I work for a chemical company, and now I'm an organic farmer. The way God can change things.
What about you, Greg?
Yeah, I grew up here, not this house, but one across the creek. We have an adjoining property, and I went to Penn State for ag engineering, graduated in 2005, worked in soil conservation work and doing engineering work for farmers to help control soil erosion, manure containment, different things that USDA promotes. And 2010, I decided I would come back here and try to start a career continuing the farm and in the family if I could do it. And by God's grace, we've been doing it now almost 20 years, Dad and I together. And I have 3 children now, ages 14, 10, and 6. So I'm hoping the 6th generation might enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
If they choose to do that.
So a couple of Penn Staters.
Yeah.
My whole family went to Penn State, so always going up there for games. My sister just graduated from there. What keeps you guys motivated and going in today's world?
Yeah, we created a mission statement back when I came back to the farm, and it's to create the healthiest food possible, it's sustainable as for a business and for the environment. And organic farming has met all those boxes for us.
What's your community like here? Like, who are you mostly serving? Like, who's coming to the farm? Are you exporting any of your stuff to any grocery stores, markets?
We're seeing people come mainly in the Berks County area and the surrounding Lancaster. So within about a half-hour radius, I'd say people are driving to us, and then we have had several small farm stores and things like that have asked for our products. So we've been delivering to some stores, like I said, about an hour east of here, and then an hour south to the King of Prussia community.
And are they coming to pick up products, or?
Well, we have probably 10 to 20 people come a day here to pick up things, and then we're delivering to those stores in the farmers market on Saturday.
And do you have regular customers? Like, how is your community pretty close knit? Like, you have relationships with people in the area? And...
Yeah, it's definitely, milk and eggs are things that you need on a regular basis. So people are coming back regularly for those things, and we definitely get a relationship with them, and they bring their friends and family, and it just grows like that, and selling more and more every year for sure.
That's good. Have you seen an uptick in the recent, I want to say, like months or last couple years with people waking up to organic and healthier food? Like, have you seen an increase in demand?
Oh, yes, for sure. People are definitely looking at what's in their food and wanting to know where it comes from. They're not liking all the vaccines and things that are pushed, and trying to find animals that are sourced without hormones and chemicals, and that's a big... Beef has been a big push recently, and milk, but it's only a certain sect of people that'll buy raw milk probably, but there's a lot of people that are buying chicken and beef, and we're seeing an increase in that.
What's your team like here? How many people are working?
So Dad and I are managing, along with a full-time employee we have that lives in the house here with his family, and we have 6 part-time people that help as well with the various parts of maintaining fencing and helping with the animals, bottling milk, washing eggs, delivering.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. Let's take a look at some of the cows. How many acres again?
We have 550 acres.
Wow.
That we manage. It's about 270 in hay and about 250 in pasture.
Okay.
And we also grow about 30 acres of grain that we'll use, just sell and use for bedding, the straw and the fodder that we like to have on here for organic bedding for the cows in the winter time. They'll graze from roughly April 15th to about November 15th is a rough, where they're all primarily just grazing. And then we start feeding hay in that October, November, and we transition from pasture to hay to full hay.
Gotcha.
Through the winter time.
So your land is preserved here.
Yes.
When did you decide to do that?
1992, we preserved the farm.
And for someone who might not know what that means, can you?
Sorry. Sorry about that.
Oh, all good. Can you explain what that entails?
Yes, what preserved land preservation is that we are preserving the farm from any future development. It actually has a lease on it that it cannot be developed forever.
Yep.
It has to stay farming. And that is our goal, to keep the land in farming. So it's preserved forever.
That's cool to see.
Yeah, needed to do that. And in this area, there's quite a few preserved farms. It's nice to have a block of them. So,
Well, just to know that this will always remain what it is today.
correct. What is ideal is having grass. Is having grasses, legumes, tall herbs, and short herbs.
So they're getting a multitude of different
Here's a short herb.
nutrients in this grass.
That's called plantain. So that's what would be called a short herb. And that stimulates the soil biology. And the soil biology will go, the plant tells the soil biology what it needs as far as minerals. And the soil biology, the fungi and the bacteria, go into the soil and bring back the exact mineral that the plant needs. Is that cool or what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I was raised by, you got to take soil tests and you got to calculate, what was being removed and, what needs to be put back. No, nature does it all for us if you allow it to happen by having those 4 plant groups out here.
So when
cool.
when your father was using chemicals, how long did it take to transition your soil into what it is now?
Oh, wow.
Like, was that a process or?
Yeah, it took years. Organic says 3 years, but it takes much longer than that. I mean, we started back in 90, and now it's 25, so that 25 years? 35 years.
35 years.
35 years you're looking at a transition. Should I go, Greg? 35 years of transition you're looking at.
Wow. And talk about the importance of like you just were working with nature rather than against it.
Because when we work against nature, it's going to cost us. Then we have to put those inputs in. If we work with nature, nature or God will provide the nutrients for the plant by having that diversity. And it also, then the minerals are available for the animals to eat, and so they get healthy as well. So it's like Rodell used to say, healthy, I'm looking for a fence here. Healthy soil produces healthy plants, which produces healthy animals, which produces healthy food. But when we turn the animals in, you'll see, if the grass was real short, they would run around and looking for some. When he turns them in, you watch, they'll put their heads down, they'll just start grazing.
Really?
Yeah. They tell you whether they're happy or not, whether we're doing a good job or not. The animals will tell you. They talk to us.
Now, there's a lot of importance too, which most people probably wouldn't know about, the stress impact on an animal. How is out here, like, how are you providing a stress-free life for them? Because that impacts the meat that they produce, right?
Well, they're getting fresh air, they're getting sunshine, and they're getting exercise, and they're getting green grass. Green grass is full of vitamins and minerals. Versus as soon as you cut it and start storing it, you start losing nutrients. So it's a much healthier diet. The key is to keep moving your animals, where confinement doesn't do that. And when you keep moving them, they're in a fresh area. It's what the wild animals do. And then it's healthier for them. They're not living in their manure.
So now you're going to let these cows into this
Yep, you're going to watch
pasture.
them go
They're
in.
going to go start eating.
Although we're kind of down over a hill here, Greg, but we'll move around as they move. All right, he's going to let them in, and you film them. Watch what they do. Watch what they
Look
go
at that.
after. Watch what they start eating then. She's eating that short herb. She's eating a dandelion.
Look at that.
The
Wow.
chicory. She's going to eat that. There's a taller herb. She's eating chicory. See that? And they bite the tops off
Immediately.
immediately.
Do they know they're about to be getting let into this?
Yeah,
So
they knew. As soon as we came, they knew they were going to start getting some new food, some new pasture.
yeah, you can just tell they're so happy.
And well, this is what this looked like, and that's what it looks like when they're done grazing. It's trampled, which is good. You want the grass to go down the ground so it can decompose again. And it covers the soil, it keeps the soil from drying out. It protects the soil life when you have that green cover down there. They put manure down for fertilizer. We don't have to spread it. This is what God created them to do. They're not stressed in this kind of situation. They're quite happy.
What do you wish people knew most about this versus conventional beef?
That it's much healthier for the animals, and it's producing much healthier food. It's better for the environment. It's better for the soil. It produces healthy food.
So soil health is at the forefront of everything here.
Everything here. Yep. Soil. Yep. It starts in the soil. Soil health and the soil life in this soil is what makes soil health.
We're dealing with all 4 seasons here. Does that play a role in this? Like winter versus summer, you're getting rain, some periods of dryness. You're dealing with a lot of factors. So how much does that impact you guys and working with the land here?
Yeah, it impacts us. We work around it. In the wintertime when the grass isn't growing, then we'll roll out hay for the cows. But they'll stay out here unless it's icy or snowy. The animals are pretty much out year round.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what's called management intensive grazing. It's very intensively managed. He has charts, so he knows exactly. Like for instance, Greg, when was the last time this was grazed? This field?
This was in March.
March. So this had a long rest period.
Wow.
Here it's June, so April, May, June. It's almost 90 days of rest period to get this kind of growth. So that's the key. You got to graze the grass down, then you need to leave it rest.
Yeah. What's your daily schedule? Like, what time are you getting up? How much are you out here? What's kind of like your day look like?
Well, the cows
Shut this up.
start getting milked at 5:30 in the morning. We milk them till 7:30 roughly, and we start moving into the pastures here, getting them moving each group to a new spot in the morning. Sometimes that's for the whole day. Sometimes we'll do it, set up again and do it towards the evening to give them, just so they don't eat all the desirable plants first and then kind of get frustrated with the less desirables. Yeah, 5:30 in the morning till whenever things can wrap up in the end of the day.
Sometimes dark.
Yeah.
No.
Got a baby there.
Oh, there's a baby born. Okay.
How can people become more connected to their food, even if they don't farm? What would you say to that?
Why? I get to know a farmer, to visit a farmer, to purchase food from that type of farmer that is doing organic, grass-fed practices that produce healthy food.
Does that require a lot of research to the average person? Because I would say a lot of people, the biggest challenge is time. Always being on the move, like they don't have time to go to another stop or a farm to pick up beef. So I guess, what am I trying to say? Like how can they find farms like this and get connected in a way that would make them want to put in the extra time to go get that food?
Well, the two responses I get when I always ask a customer, first-time customer when they come, how did you find out about us? And generally it's through a friend or through another customer or through online, the internet. Googling like an organic farm or organic milk, and then we pop up. So that's the two major ways that people find us.
Is your religion a big part of what you do here and keeping you going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. My faith in God, faith in Jesus Christ. It's the farm is His, and I'm just a caretaker and steward of it. Glad you asked that question.
Yeah. And was that sort of your calling in the beginning?
Yeah, this is my ministry, to produce healthy food.
Yeah.
This is what God called me to do, and why He put me here. Because it didn't work to be in the DuPont company.
DuPont.
I did not like that at all. So I love what I do. It's not really work. It's more of a hobby. I enjoy doing what I'm doing.
I love that.
And that's my grandson, Jonathan. I guess you met him.
Hey, he was driving the tractor.
Yeah. There's the next generation. There's the 6th generation. Yeah, he was out mowing pastures, weren't you, Jonathan? I don't know what happened to Greg, but he's coming. Okay.
What's the future look like here? Any plans or just to keep it going?
Yeah, keep it going. Just reach more and more customers. I mean, I think Greg mentioned to you, it's just a small portion of our milk goes for retail. Most of it goes for wholesale yet. So be able to move more of it retail, direct to consumers. Because when it goes wholesale, it's pasteurized.
Yeah.
They literally destroy the product that we're producing by pasteurizing it.
So you're not as big a fan of that?
No, not at all. Nope. They actually, and then they're ultra pasteurizing it. What that means is you understand it.
Kills all the bacteria.
It's sterile.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's no nutritional value.
Right. They totally ruined a perfectly good product by ultra pasteurizing it.
Yeah.
So it has shelf life, and so they can move it around the country. Hudson, I changed the head on that. Put a brand new head on. The string used to pop out. Okay. Do you remember that? Yeah. Put a brand new head on now. All right. You let me know how it works. Okay. Now you're going to need gas. You have gas and all?
Yeah, I'm going to get the gas.
You're going to get to take the whole bucket with you, so you have supplies and tools and gas.
I'm good. We're good. We got the string, pliers.
Good. Yeah, there's a lot of fences to maintain. One thing. What's really neat that's coming is virtual fencing. Virtual fencing it's done on a computer. A cow wears a collar, And then there's a sound that signals her when she's getting to the edge of what would be the field or the fence. And so you don't need fences.
Really?
It's called virtual fencing, yeah.
Is it like AI technology or?
Yeah, I would assume. You have to put some towers up, but it's transponders that makes a sound. It starts beeping, and then lets the cow know that she's as far as she needs to go is grazing.
The future.
The future, virtual fencing, it's called. Controlled by the computer. You can do it out of your living room. We wouldn't even have to go out there.
Wow.
What we just did, you could do from your phone with virtual fencing. Isn't that
Yeah, the
cool or
future's
what?
got to be pretty crazy in farming. Like,
Yeah. A lot of technology.
oh yeah.
I just explained to him virtual fencing. What we just did, you could have done from your iPhone standing right here. Yeah, you could have.
Wow.
With no fence. But they have to have collars on their necks.
Well, for any of the customers who would come here, can we go in and see
go ahead.
where they would come to get the products?
This area we keep for customers that come in every week for milk and eggs and cheese. We more or less work on the honor system for repeat customers. We have a way they can pay online or with Venmo or cash or check here. We have our milk in gallons and half gallons. We also source cheese from other farmers that we trust that do it organic, grass fed. We make our own butter
Oh, really?
out of our milk. We sell beef by the piece. There's pack of ribs there. We have other things, bones, ground beef. And in the back we have more storage for other cuts of beef, chicken. Put in this walk-in freezer about 5 years ago. That's helped us store a lot more product.
What would you say to people who don't know as much about eating this kind of meat? How can the meat from those cows benefit them in their everyday lives? From the nutrients and...
Yeah, I mean, God, one of the reasons He put man on the earth was to take care of the life that He put here. And He gave the earth enough that it can flourish without all the chemicals and man-made things. And, we feel we are taking good care of all the life, the soil life, the plant life, and the cow life. Organic and grass-fed has the answers to those things, and we can work with the system God created and produce healthy food at a reasonable cost.
What do your guys' diets look like? Like, are you eating meat most days, or
Yeah.
mixing in chicken, or...
Yeah, we mix in
Yeah. Drinking the milk, the cheese, eating the cheese and beef, and
butter.
oh yeah, it's hard to go out to a restaurant and eat other food because it
Yeah.
doesn't taste as good
Yeah.
as ours.
It's hard. Yeah, I would agree. It's
Yeah.
it's tough. You ever go to the grocery store?
My wife goes to the grocery store. Yeah,
We
buy
don't
some.
make everything here.
Yeah, no.
Do you think there's a lot of opportunity in the organic space in the near future?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Retail or wholesale. Farmers we talk to in that space aren't struggling. They're finding a good market and demand for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think a lot more people are starting to wake up to what's happening and turning to more of this. So, yeah, you guys are doing the necessary work and the good work. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
absolutely.
Yeah, and Kennedy,
Oh,
Robert
yeah,
Kennedy is helping with his MAGA movement, Make America Healthy Again.
Yeah, Now, I think there's a lot going on behind the scenes that, like, even I don't really know about, which they're taking massive steps to further a lot of things and get a lot of stuff out of the food
Right.
in the U.S.
And let it be more food freedom, where people can come and get this kind of food without a lot of regulations and red tape and all the stuff that we have to go through with permits and all, and testing, all the antibiotic testing. They make us antibiotic test, and we don't even use antibiotics. Is that ridiculous? So that's got to come down, and I think Kennedy will do that.
Yeah, hopefully.
Just a hassle and costs us money.
So you're a fan of what's happening with the government? Because there's a lot of stuff too that will say farmers are being kind of thrown under the bus with some of the initiatives. Like I don't know
I'm
enough
saying
about it, but
those regulations, I believe, are coming down with the new administration. But no, they harassed us with antibiotic testing and all this other testing that we have to do. It's really unnecessary.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate your time and continue keeping up the good work and helping us out, providing good organic food that we can all benefit from.
Yep. And thank you for what you're doing and getting the word out.
Yeah,
Educating people. It's about education.
Absolutely, yeah. My pleasure to help tell your story. So.